Well, you were on a cooking. You did do a cooking show, right?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Chopped. They did a
Yeah.
celebrity version of Chopped in Canada, and I was on there with one of the guys from Bare Naked Ladies and a couple other singers, and that show haunted me
Oh.
because I came second.
Oh, yeah,
and I didn't know that type of like experience was going to be like traumatic for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I
That's
took
hilarious.
it very seriously. And I got down to the final two, and I remember they do these interviews with you where you talk to the camera. And I had said at one point, listen, I will lose to anything. I just don't want to lose to somebody who takes all the ingredients from the chop box, throws it in one pot, and calls it a jambalaya. Right? I don't want to lose to that. To me, that's lazy. And then Stephen Page from Bare Naked Ladies, that's exactly what he did, and he won. And it drove me nuts. And then there was like 6 months between when we taped Chopped to when it aired, and I would wake Catherine up in the middle of the night. I would be lying down and I would be replaying the entree over and over and over and over in my head about everything that I did wrong. And I was just like, oh, it really affected me. And it was a charity show.
Yeah.
It killed me.
You know how actors are really good, like at the Oscars and stuff, of acting like they're happy for the other guy that won when all their faces are on the screen?
Yeah.
Well, like when you, did they do a close-up of you when
were
you came in second
fuming.
and you're just sitting there, there's fucking steam coming out of your ears? Like, is there a shot of that?
I was pissed because the other thing that I didn't know about those shows, right? Because I learned so much on set that day, which is I never realized it, when you see all the chefs in the kitchen, and then they put it all on the plate and they plate it up, everything else. When they are giving it to the judges, if you notice, the kitchen behind them is now suddenly spotlessly clean, right? So what happens is that we finished cooking these entrees, put them aside. They took 2 hours to clean the kitchens behind us, then brought the entrees out and gave them to the judges. And the one thing they don't tell you on TV is the one thing that they're not allowed to judge when it comes to your meal is the temperature. Everything they eat is cold.
I don't that makes.
But
there's so many better ways around that.
some things lose their texture. Like if something is crispy, it could be less crisp if it's been steaming by other hot foods. I don't like that.
Everything.
That makes me angry.
Yes.
This is the most emotion I've ever seen.
Like a soggy French fry? Who wants that?
Oh my God! Wait till you find out. I had worked with a producer who worked on House Hunters, that show. So House Hunters,
There's a lot in Canada,
the thing that I didn't realize about that show was you can always tell what house they're going to choose on House Hunters because it's the house that they go into that has no furniture. Because the couples on House Hunters are only on House Hunters because they have already purchased that house. And the other two houses are just houses that people either know or that are already for sale. That's why you see on House Hunters, they'll walk into one place that's empty, which is clearly the house that they bought, and the couple will be like, oh my God, I love this. And then they walk into the most beautiful place you've ever seen, and they go, yeah, the place is great, but that towel rack in the bathroom is a deal breaker. And you're like, rip out the towel rack, because they're never going to buy that house. They've already purchased the house. The only way you get on that show is if you've already just bought a house.
Yeah.
And now I can't watch that show anymore.
Oh my God, that takes me right out of it. I don't even want to tell Jonathan that because he's a big fan. My brother's a real estate agent.